Aquarius Nation, welcome to your 7-day forecast with angelic ascensions. Hope all is well. This may be a reading that may resonate with you if you happen to have Aquarius in your sun, moon, rising, or Venus dominant in your natal chart, or if you happen to be cross-watching for an Aqua. You might find some information in this reading that may resonate. A few things to keep in mind, Aquarius, as you listen to this reading. Understand that this reading is general, and that not everything that's mentioned in this reading may resonate. Take what resonates, leave the rest, and please avoid making any rash decisions based on a general reading. If you would like a reading based on your own personal energy, you can always book a reading on my website, which happens to be angelicascensionstarot.com. Let's get into it. Aquarius Nation, let's see what might be playing out for you over the next 7 days. Show me Aquarius. Somebody's blaming you for something, Aquarius. It's this King of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio that's coming up in your reading. What is this? You got a few things going on. You got a move coming in, Aquarius. I think you have a legal situation, and then you got some improvements coming in. But definitely you got the Death card, and then you got the King of Cups, Scorpio. So something's definitely going on with a Scorpion in your energy. This would be a Scorpio sun, moon, or rising. Let's see. What's going on with this? There's a particular relationship that's in your energy. Yeah. I don't think that's what the primary thing is for you. I think there's something going on in your mind. Something's going on in your head right now. It's a timing thing. You're worried about time, the timing of something. Something is giving you anxiety this week. You're upset about something. You're possibly upset with a Leo, or you're upset with an air sign, sun, moon, or rising. There's an air sign that's in your energy. You'll be upset with someone that's at work, because there's definitely something going on over there in your work life. Leo, I don't know what it is with the opposite signs. So maybe some of you, your north node is Aquarius, your south is Leo. Okay, or you're dealing with your opposite sign, quite possibly. I want to see what you're in your head about, because something is consuming your thoughts over the next 7 days. What's giving you anxiety? What's giving you anxiety is whether or not you're going in the right direction. Maybe in your life in general. Maybe you're driving. Maybe you're not sure if maybe your GPS is off. Maybe you want to bring your charger so that you can keep your phone charged when you're traveling, because that might also be something that's frustrating you when maybe you're pressed for time. Okay, because there's definitely something going on with time. It seems like you're watching the clock. You're under a lot of pressure, especially at work. It seems like work is something that's really on your mind. Work and home this week. Here's this King of Cups. This King of Cups can't seem to stay out of your reading. You got a King of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. You got a Taurus that shows up to your reading. You got a Gemini. You got somebody that's blaming you and possibly avoiding responsibility. Now, the reading can always be reversed. Take it however it applies to your situation. But it seems like you might have an issue with either your father or the father of your child. It looks like somebody's avoiding responsibility, especially financially. And once again, here is the Scorpio. King of Pentacles, once again. Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, once again. King of Cups. There's a few things going on here. You got someone coming in to try to reconcile with you. This might be someone that you don't view as a good role model for your family, for your child, or whatever. It looks like there's a pattern of breaking up and getting back together. But the pattern happens to be that there's a parental figure that's around, and then they disappear for the sake of their lifestyle. They abandon a child, it looks like. So you might have a child in common, or this is, like I said, somebody who's not taking responsibility for a kid, somebody that walked off on you and possibly a child. You're giving this person a silent treatment, Aquarius or cross watcher. Virgo. This is a Virgo. This King of Pentacles. Taurus or Virgo is highlighted here. Okay. Some of you, that's where the legal situation is. I was telling you that somebody's not paying child support, or someone is avoiding responsibility for a child. For some of you, this is where you're taking someone to court. It could be for child support. Something is definitely court enforced. What am I trying to say? Yeah. Like somebody is legally bound to do something that they're not trying to do. So somebody is like not trying to take responsibility for a child or this sort of thing. I see someone being held accountable for something such as this. And maybe this is what's going on in your brain. Maybe you wish that there was a parental figure that would spend quality time with a child, but it feels like someone has run out on their responsibilities, and it seems that somebody has left you to kind of clean up the picture, like fix the situation or whatever, deal with the situation the way that it is. Like I said, while they go and live their lifestyle. Because that seems like that's what somebody is really fixated on. Someone's coming back, Aquarius or cross watcher. Your guides are saying there are clear red flags with this individual. There's clear red flags with them, and there may be clear red flags with someone that they left in the dust. Let's talk about it. For some of you Aquas, you're in a third-party situation. I make it clear by saying not all of you are, but some of you, and this is your story, you would recognize it. You would know very clearly that this person comes with red flags. Or singles. This might be you. You could be dating someone. Deception as soon as I pull a card. You could be meeting someone that you feel is single. Somebody could be presenting themselves as single, but your guides are saying, you know what? This situation comes with red flags. This situation comes with deception, Aquarius or cross watcher. Somebody has a baby mama, and they might even have a child on the way. They might have somebody pregnant. Somebody has a whole situation that they're running from in the background, and you would possibly be walking in on this situation and have absolutely no idea that this is the whole scenario that's going on. So this is your guide saying use discernment when dealing with whomever this happens to be that could be coming into your energy, because it does feel like you might feel a really good and strong vibe with someone, Aquarius or cross watcher, but your guides are warning you deception is involved. Because it seems like somebody might back up out of nowhere and might be leaving you in a state of, like, you might be perplexed. Like, what happened? What was the real reason? Somebody may end up going back to a situation. Hey, Claudia, thank you for becoming a new member. Someone may possibly go back. Okay, because it definitely feels that Spirit is trying to get somebody going in the right direction. Be careful that someone's not trying to paint a particular picture for you, make something look a certain way, but really and truly, that's not the truth. Again, use discernment with the situation so that you're not, kind of caught in a kind of confusing situation with this King of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. Someone is a bit of a womanizer, Aquarius. Someone who can be very sly, very manipulative, and have a good way with words. This person could even be a good dresser. Okay, somebody talks a good game, Aquarius, across pressure, but like I said, something is not what it appears to be. And someone may leave somebody, out in the cold with no real explanation. And when really and truly either somebody was engaged, they're somewhat committed, or they're supposed to be committed. They're, again, painting a picture that they're committed, but really when your back is turned, they're doing something entirely different. You may be picking up on this, or this is something that has already happened, maybe a while ago, a long time ago, but for some of you, this is happening this week. Your guides are letting you know that there's instability in a particular situation, and somebody is definitely pinning the blame on you about why they're avoiding something connected with you. It's either someone is avoiding a child, avoiding responsibility. What is somebody trying to avoid, spirit guides? Commitment altogether. They want to work it out with you. Somebody does. But I think somebody's hurt you too bad. So this week, it seems like trust is out the door. It seems like it was the easiest thing to lose. And it's the hardest thing for someone to get back this week. Someone is looking at you, Aquarius or Crosswatcher, like you're just pissed off. And they can't get you to budge. And they're blaming you for the fact that maybe certain conflicts from the past can't get resolved. Because they feel like, what do they feel like? Let's see. For the wrong reasons. I think you recognize this, and I think you're really pissed off at this person. Either that's the case, or that's how somebody sees you, as somebody that's just so full of anger and rage. But the thing is, it's not for no reason. It's like somebody doesn't see the picture clearly. They can paint a picture, yes, but they can't see a picture clearly, the big picture. It seems like somebody just pushed you way too far. Somebody did something way too many times. And it seems like you're over it. You're done. So instead, it seems like you've chosen you. And now it seems like you put the emphasis into you and into the ones that you love. These could be children. Some of you have children, you have grandchildren, you have siblings, however it is you might be related to these children, if at all. Some of you do not have children. Yeah. It seems like your boundaries have gone up, Aquarius. Because it looks like you want somebody to put some respect on your name, or you want somebody to respect your personal space. Like I said, this could be the case, or this is how someone is perceiving the situation. Yeah, I think you want the truth from someone. And maybe you feel that the truth is just not something that you can really truly get from this person. You might feel that it's just completely unrealistic. So yeah, right now, needless to say, you are focused on your healing. Not so much this situation. Okay, because it seems like you already truly know what this situation comes from. Somebody left you for somebody else, and it looks like somebody may need to come correct. So somebody could possibly be taking a fresh approach at this entire situation. Maybe. It just depends on whether or not somebody can really get out of their head enough, because for some of you, it's not really you. It might be them that's in their head about this particular situation in your head. Okay. You might be, somebody is in your head, or vice versa. Somebody, you are on their mind heavy this week. Their inner voice is speaking to them loudly and clearly. This their spirit guides, trying to stir them to do the right thing in this particular situation and make the changes necessary to get something right. The purpose of this relationship, Aquarius, was for spiritual evolution. And it definitely feels like somebody is kind of stagnant, not wanting to change, not wanting to see the lesson. You might feel that someone is constantly comfortable with hitting their head against the wall again and again, not learning the lesson or not listening. Maybe some of you, it's a child. Maybe you have a child that doesn't want to listen. There's definitely something that's happening with you this week. No doubt about it. And we're going to go back to that. Something is going on with you. Or other people may be recognizing something about you. Yeah, it definitely feels like some of you are looking for the truth. Or the truth prevails in a particular situation. Now, I will say that in the background, Aquarius, there is somebody that's looking at you with a lot of effed up energy. I think that you feel it and you're picking up on it. It's for some of you a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and for some of you it's an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. You got a few. You got, okay, let's see. Who is it that's in Aquarius's energy this week? Spirit guides. Who has an issue with Aquarius? Well. A Sagittarius. Somebody might have the moon sign Sag. Okay, there's definitely someone that's looking at you with a lot of disdain. Pisces cusp. So you could possibly be Aquarius, Pisces cusp, or you got a Pisces Aries, a March Piscean, a Libra that's in your energy this week. You got a Libra that's coming back, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Jupiter is Sagittarius, Aries, Libra, Virgo moon. I don't think any of this comes as a surprise to you, Aquarius. Like I said, it feels like based on the evidence, like I said, you know who it is. Somebody's trying to manipulate something in your head. Somebody's playing games with your psyche. This obviously will not be the case for a majority of the aquas that are out there, but it's for somebody. You already know the truth of who this is, what somebody's intentions are. This has something to do with your crown chakra. You might be getting a lot of headaches. It seems like downloads might be kind of intersected. Someone's trying to slow down your awakening or block it, Aquarius or cross-watcher. I don't know why. Yes, somebody's invading your thoughts. Come on with it. I mentioned to you, somebody's on your mind or vice versa, but I feel like this is somebody's definitely giving you the evil eye. For some of you, it's the third party that I talked about. Somebody that your ex might be involved with, you know? Or for some of you, it's somebody else. Yes. Somebody's anger towards you. You might catch a vibe about somebody this week, Aquarius or cross-watcher. It's not something to worry about. We're going to talk about that in a minute. Some of you, you got a legal situation. Let's see what this is about. Some of you have court. Some of you, this is court connected to a child. Some of you, this has, like I mentioned to you before, child support. Maybe it's time for somebody to pay up. You could possibly be taking someone to court. Okay. If you're taking someone to court, it seems like you will win. And someone that has taken something from you, that's probably who this is. That's probably who you're catching a vibe about. Somebody's trying to take something from you. Somebody's going to have to give something back, Aquarius or cross-watcher. Reason being, this situation will be handled in a fair and just manner. This seems to be more of a spiritual thing, a spiritual battle, which we talked about. Not in all cases, but if it is, your guides, you got Ma'at, which gives me Libra very heavily. For some of you, it's a Libra, and we talked about that. That's this person. But like I said, Spirit comes in to handle a situation where something has been wrongfully taken from you and or a child, and something has to be returned. What are you going to court over? I feel like that, yes, let's talk about it. You are going to court. Someone's going to choose the deception, the route of deception. It seems like somebody does not want to get caught. But the truth prevails, no matter what. Because it looks like someone's trying to, again, run away from responsibility or not admit the truth about something. Some of you work online, by the way. Or something might get aired out. Like the truth is going to get aired out about something. Spirit guides. Yes, thank you. Yeah, it seems like you're really focused on yourself. Oh, let's go back to this. Record keeper. Okay, you're going to court. Some of you Aquas. Your documents are going to be very important. You're going to want to keep good records if you're going to court to hash out a matter. It seems like your documents are going to make a big deal. Okay, so even though maybe this week you're just kind of worn out, overwhelmed about particular situations, it just seems like, because it looks like you're not able to get the sleep that you need, possibly because of work and possibly because of a few other things, which we'll touch on shortly. But yeah, your paperwork is going to be absolutely beneficial to your situation. Now, this spell work goes deeper than I thought it did, and I don't know how much detail I'm really going to go into this because we talk about it every week, or every as often as I do your readings. They're supposed to be weekly, by the way. It just doesn't work out that way. And if you wonder why, listen into the Aquarius reading. It may tell you, it may give you an indication about why it takes me so long to get these readings out. You got some envy and frustration of people in the background that are trying to block something that you're doing. Like I said, especially if you work online. Spirit, show me more about what's going on with the zodiac sign of Aquarius. What's going on with Aquarius Nation? The devil is in the background. The devil is here. What is the devil? The devil is busy. Who is it? The devil seeks who he may devour. The devil comes in to steal, kill, or destroy. This is the reason. This is the reason behind the whole situation. So your guides are saying protect yourself regardless of whatever. This is why I'm saying don't worry about it. It's the case every week. These people have nothing better to do than to waste their time. The situation will always prevail in your favor, Aquarius. The reason that someone is attacking you is because of your abilities or something that they see in you, okay? That they feel that they need to, I don't know, frustrate, okay? You got some domination spells, like someone's trying to puppeteer a situation so that you have hardship to keep you down. That's for somebody. That's somebody's confirmation. Somebody wants you to give up. Like I said, it's the case every single time. This is persistent energy. It never really changes, Aquarius or Crosswatcher. The name Grace could be relevant to your situation. It's because of some sort of knowledge that you have. That someone is looking at you this way. So maybe this is the reason that you are tired, hard to focus. Maybe you're not feeling well this week. It's due to this cruelty. There's a Sagittarius, whom we've already spoken of. I don't know what this is, Aquarius or Crosswatcher, but like I said, it's someone's confirmation. Someone is obviously trying to stop something that you're doing, the Wheel of Fortune, which will be the same as this Ma'at situation, where the situation will be handled in a fair and just manner. This is as well in the court of law if someone is lying on you, lying on your reputation. The truth is known. The truth is seen about a particular situation that someone thought in the beginning of the week that they were going to get away with, but there are consequences at the end for someone's actions. Spirit, show me more about this. Thank you. It has something to do, like I said, with your gift. Or, like I said, the way that someone is perceiving you. You're going to get communication from someone from a distance. It seems like someone from a distance may drop in and send you a message. For some of you, if you're waiting for a message from court, or if the police were involved in a particular situation, there's some follow-up. There may be a message that may come through. A message that maybe you were waiting for. Okay, because it feels like maybe at the beginning of the week, Aquarius or Crosswatcher, or sometime in the recent past, maybe there was a particular message that you did get. Or maybe there was a decision that you were waiting for, and maybe you're waiting for someone to kind of think things through and make a choice. That might be what's having you in a state of panic, a state of anxiety, unless this is just you naturally. Maybe you're someone who has anxiety, like on a natural basis. Okay, so what message is coming in this week? Oh, okay, somebody needs to get to the doctor. This feels like you're definitely experiencing some success. What was I saying about your paperwork? Record keeping. Whether it's with a business or with something else. Organization, your paperwork is definitely needed, especially if you are like a business owner. Let's say you are the CEO, you do run your own business, but it just seems like your affairs are not in order. So it's coming out in the reading, Aquarius, not to criticize, but it's here letting you know that maybe something connected to your paperwork is going to be relevant. And maybe finding a way to streamline your paperwork or your work period may actually help things to flow better. Because it seems like there are a lot of things this week that may come in to try to disrupt what it is that you have going on with your work. Okay, but yeah, so you are waiting for a message. Like I said earlier, that message comes through. Whatever you're waiting for, again, you're waiting for someone else to make a decision. It could be about a job. And so Aquarius or Crosswatcher, you might get the news that you did get the job. That information may be coming through. That may be the message. You got the job, you got the house, because let's talk about it. Your household situation is improving, either through a move or a healthy change in the occupants. So some of you, that's the message that you're waiting for. Maybe you've been house hunting. Maybe there is a legal situation in the background that could be lingering. And maybe that's something that you're worried about. Or maybe, like I said, you get the message that you're able to move forward. Someone could be moving in. Someone could possibly be moving out. Okay, I guess we're talking about this legal situation. Some of you may need a lawyer. You may need to lawyer up this week, Aquarius or Crosswatcher. This seems to be something that's just kind of like really thick in your reading. Is this thing about justice and something that may happen in court, or something that needs to be decided on your behalf or on the behalf of a child? What's going on with the Aquarius or Crosswatcher? Confirmation of what I talked about. Crown chakra. This is what someone is trying to affect. Take a look. Your crown chakra is activated. Someone's trying to block something that you're doing. Spirit, what is this report? You got a sore throat, Aquarius? Something's going on with your throat. What's going on with court spirit? Oh, somebody passed away. And someone that from the afterlife could possibly be sending you messages that they're around you, Aquarius or cross watcher, that they're a part of your soul tribe. They may be reminding you of your purpose, Aquarius or cross watcher, because it seems like something is throwing you off, something is affecting you. New moon. We are going toward the full moon on the 17th. Something may have happened on the new moon. When was the new moon? We're in October. The new moon was October 2nd. Something relevant could have happened to you. Could have happened in your situation at the beginning of the month. And things may be coming to a conclusion for you. Maybe that's when this court situation started. Spirit, show me what's going on with court connected to Aquarius. Well, I think Spirit has already shown what's happening with court. Transparency, honesty, authentic, genuine, present. We talked about that, the truth. We talked about there being deception. We talked about there being the truth. Somebody is definitely pointing something out. That's what I mean. Somebody thinks that they're going to get away with something and they're not. Like I said, the truth prevails in a particular situation. Something is glaringly obvious, Aquarius or cross watcher, with a particular situation that somebody's trying to get away with. It just seems like somebody cannot. There's way too much evidence stacked against someone for them to be able to get away with something. And it definitely feels that someone is stressed out thinking about the situation. I talked to you earlier about someone having their eye on your money, Aquarius or cross watcher. Somebody's energy, like I said, is really strong this week, but regardless of whatever, there's a particular financial goal that you have. It definitely feels like you're able to meet it, or spirit comes in to meet a particular need that you have. I don't know, we got gift here. Gift comes in 3 times in your reading. This could be a gift of money, or this is through your gifts that you're able to attain whatever it is, I guess, that may be needed in a situation. Yeah, that's what this is. Somebody comes in to help, give a helping hand with something, or this is you possibly helping someone. Did you lose a pet, Aquarius or cross watcher? I did mention that someone passed. And I did mention that someone is looking for you, or you are looking for someone, or you're looking for the truth. Like I said, you got a third party situation, third party or more. This is why you're separated from somebody. Because it just seemed like somebody, like I said, somebody's lifestyle was more important. Okay, in terms of business, in terms of your professional life, I talked to you about paperwork, record keeping, and the such. Some of you might feel drawn to a new project. You got a lot on your plate this week, Aquarius, a cross watcher, when it comes to your work. Let's see about these people in the background, because it looks like you got a few people that are you're celebrating something, the outcome to something. Some of you, the celebration is in walking away from something, walking away from a particular person. Be mindful about, okay, so let's go back to this. If you are a business owner, be mindful about who you do business with. This week especially, because of this whole thing surrounding deception. I think this week is going to be with work. I don't necessarily see any issues besides the deception situation. No. Let's roll it back. Now I see it. Some of you are obviously dealing with a Gemini, or you have relevant Gemini placements. You might be getting into it with somebody. Let's talk about it. I pulled this card that said anchor. It's due to deception. It's the truth. You're definitely seeing the truth in a particular situation, or you're confronting someone about being deceptive. If there's something that you don't know about work or about somebody that's in your energy, because for a majority of you, this might be someone who is at work. Chances are, especially like I said, if you do something online, you work online in some way, it may be that this person is watching something that you're doing. Okay, but either way, it seems like you might feel like you want to call somebody out. Aquarius or cross watcher. You might be tempted to procrastinate this week. Procrastination is not your friend this week. Stay as productive as possible. Okay. Because it looks like it seems like you're very driven. You're very dedicated to what it is that you're doing. And like I said, there might be some minor distractions or whatever. But if some of you could possibly be diving into a new project, or you could definitely be diving into a particular gift that you have. You feel drawn toward a particular thing, Aquarius or cross watcher. Maybe you paint. Maybe you have a very creative side of you. You definitely gifted when it comes to communication. So there may be people that are watching you, onlookers that may be impressed by your communication skills, Aquarius or cross watcher. You got the Lovers. I did mention the Gemini. Yeah. Some of you might feel like you're looking over your shoulder. Yeah, there is somebody at work. Tattletale. Maybe this is you. Maybe you are the whistleblower. Got this card that said authentic and truth. So maybe there's just something about you. It's the way that you speak. It's the way that you carry yourself. You might be somebody that, I don't know, somebody might feel like you're trying to step on their toes or whatever, Aquarius or cross watcher. But like I said, it feels like your spirit is bringing the truth out of a particular situation where someone's trying to avoid the truth. This might be the case at work, because it looks like somebody doesn't feel like you're going to stand up for yourself, Aquarius or cross watcher. And it looks like somebody had the wrong idea about you. So you could possibly be meeting somebody. So maybe you are healing from a past situation. You could possibly go on to meet somebody new for some of you Aquariuses. It seems like, yeah, I'll put it that way. Is there anything else, Holy Spirit, for the Aqua Nation that maybe I missed? Yeah, heighten your vitality. I think your guides are talking to you about taking care of your health. About eating right, about getting adequate sleep, about taking care of yourself. It definitely feels that for some of you, there's something going on with you health-wise. So you could be getting an outpatient procedure. Some of you may need to follow up with your doctor about a chronic health issue, Aquarius. Spirit, show me what's going on with health for Aquas. A lot is going on for you emotionally. You're having a lot of emotional triggers. So it seems like something could, it's all this stress, Aquarius. It's in the things that you're thinking about. The things that you're thinking about, you're constantly in your head about. You're visualizing these things. Your guides are saying visualize, manifest the type of outcome that you want in a particular situation. It seems like what you're thinking about and ruminating about is being stuck. So it seems that in this way, it's affecting your health. I'll just put it this way. You've been avoiding the doctor, Aquarius, or cross-watcher. But this is going to require you to be a bit vulnerable and maybe go and talk to the doctor. Go and follow up on a particular situation. Because you guys are saying, yeah, the ideal course of action. Something needs to be looked into. It looks like it might be a serious thing. Aquarius or cross-watcher. Some of you, maybe it's not so serious. Maybe it's time to get your vision checked. Some of you, maybe you're having migraines. And then some of you, it feels like you're having digestive issues. Yes, you're meant to be of service to people because of your gifts, Aquarius or cross-watcher. You're being called to service. Maybe some of you are in the service, the military, or you're connecting with someone who is or was in the military. You might need a body scan is what I'm really trying to say. Some of you, it seems like you could be recovering from a health issue. This is like anxiety, stress. I see that, but I feel that there's something more. Spirit, show me what it is. I don't know. I can't seem to let this go. What's going on for Aquarius, Holy Spirit, with their health? Oh, it's more so your emotional health than anything. It's whatever is going on in your mind more than anything. Because it looks like you're a prisoner of your thoughts. So this is telling me that your thoughts are not in a good place. Yeah. All right. This feels like there's something going on in the solar plexus, the abdominal area. Something could be going on with the reproductive organs. Something could be going on with maybe a UTI, urinary tract infection. Definitely something with the digestive tract. It seems like you could possibly be having some back pain, some spinal issues, but definitely something is going on with the heart. That's what I mean. Something, arteries, blood pressure, cholesterol. Some of you might be smokers. Spirit, what's going on with that? Some of you might have an infection, like a long-standing infection that maybe you haven't dealt with. You might be having some bunions or something might be going on with your feet. Definitely, it feels like something's going on with the liver. That's what I mean. Something would require a closer look, Aquarius or cross-watcher, at what really the issue might be. Because it seems that something is hidden and it may take a closer look for a health issue to be put on display, for it to be corrected. Either way, the advice this week, Aquarius or cross-watcher, is every problem has a solution. And it feels like that's what you're racking your brain about at the beginning of the week, a particular problem. Your guys are saying that something's going to require you to have clear thinking, Aquarius or cross-watcher, in order for you to access the answer to a particular situation that's going on. But I definitely feel like you might be getting this information through downloads, through your third eye. It seems like there's something that your spirit guides are wanting to share with you to help you to go in the right direction, when maybe at the beginning of the week, you were speeding head on in the wrong direction. Spirit is rerouting you into the direction that they're feeling that you ought to go. If this is professionally, if this is in general, if this is something that you're researching, Spirit is helping you to overcome some sort of an obstacle that it looks like it's just a constant issue. Or Spirit helps you to come in to defeat the enemy that is trying to hold you back. Abundance. The universe is pouring its abundance out to you. Be open to receiving. You're open to receiving by visualizing, by meditating on the things that you want. In your mind's eye, visualizing a situation working out for you, rather than kind of playing into a situation. You're working against yourself. There's already energy working against you, but don't play into that, Aquarius or cross watcher. Your guides are coming in to show you how to get unstuck from something, how to get out of your own way and get out of your own mind, and how to stop blocking your blessings. With that, Aquarius Nation, this concludes your 7-day forecast with angelic ascensions. This reading was helpful. Aqua Nation, help me out by giving this reading a thumbs up. Consider subbing to my channel if you're not already a subscriber. Thank you, Aquarius Nation, for deciding to tune in this week. Have a beautiful, blessed, and productive week. I will see y'all in the next one, Aquarius Nation. Peace out.